Good day, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to my humble home in Livingston, Montana. Now, just for the heck of it, it is August 23rd of 2021. And believe you me, up here in Montana, this has been one crappy summer. A summer full of smoke, wind, heat, carbon in the air, pollution, it almost seems like, and all that crap. And I haven't been able to do very many outside videos. Like right now, I'd love to be outside, but the wind's been blowing all day. It's been, smoky and hazy and all the air full of all kinds of hydrocarbons and crap like that. Okay, that's all the griping I'm going to do. But for right now, what I do want to do is I want to speak to people that are interested in pounds of pull on a bow. What you should expect, or what you think you need, or what you might want to need. And I'm talking about your draw in poundage, weight in poundage as you come back to your anchor point and like that. Because I wasted, well, it wasn't really wasted, but I spent a little extra money this year getting myself squared around, getting the right pounds of pull and all that stuff so I can just at least practice. Because the simple fact of the matter is, if you go out and buy a bow, I don't care if it's a recurve, a long bow, a compound, or whatever have you, and you have got it stuck in if you've got a He-Man mentality or a super macho mentality, and you say, oh, I can pull an 80-pound bow, I'll guarantee you in certain circles that your little rear end is going to be sticking out so far they can cut donuts off of it. If you've got that kind of thinking going on, because the reality is you want a bow that's got lesser pounds of pull, so that you're not sitting here like this when you're pulling the bow back and you're coming to anchor and you're trying to get an aim on your target and you're shaking all over the place. That there is not going to do. It's going to make you a piss poor archer, kind of like me, But anyway, okay, but it's the truth, So if you're new, you people aren't new, this is boring. I realize that. But if you're new to archery, whatever you do, don't think that you're a he-man, and start with a poundage that's approximately 10 pounds less than what you think you can handle. And you got her just about right. And I've got an example here I'm going to show you. You can probably see that bow back there, and there's a couple of limbs laying there, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. Okay, these limbs right here are win-and-win limbs, and last time I did a bow review, I showed these off. They're carbon and fiber. They're carbon and bamboo limbs. Okay, these limbs right here are exactly 10 pounds heavier than what's on that bow right there. 10 pounds heavier. These are weighing in, to be quite honest with you, at 46 pounds. This bow right here is at 36 pounds. Doing the math for the international limb fitting, and I don't want to get into all that, but there is some math to get this stuff right. So if you're unsure of what you're ordering, or, what a length of a riser is going to give you versus the length of limbs that you got, whether it be short, medium, long, or say a 17-inch riser versus a 19 versus a 21, the best thing that you can do is get a hold of your bow vendor or wherever you're buying the bow from and get their advice and all that. Don't listen to a fool like me, because you don't want to end. The point being is you do not want to end up with a bow that's too heavy. On several bows that I bought this summer, that's exactly what happened. They weren't real too heavy, but they were heavy enough to make shooting very uncomfortable for me. Now you take, like right now, I'm almost 70 years old. I'm definitely not in the prime of my life or whatever have you. And back in the day, way back in the late 70s, early 80s and like that, when I was into archery, this is what I did. I shot a 65-pound compound, no big deal. I shot a 65-pound recurve. That one was a little lot drop to pull back. And then I had a 63-pound longbow. Okay, now I've got a doggone, man, I hate the Windows. These all those notifications popping up in your face and everything. But the point being, on these, especially these old traditional bows like these recurves and longbows and stuff like that, you just simply, the smart money says don't overbow yourself, because you will not be able to practice as well as say if you were underbowed. And like I say, these limbs right here weighing in at 46 pounds at 28 inches of draw. This bow right here is the same riser, same limbs and everything, but it's weighing in at 36. And it's a lot friendlier to negotiate, to pull back than these guys are. Okay, on an ILF platform, International Limb Fitting. Now, basically, that's about all the preaching I'm going to do, because what I'm trying to do here is not act like some kind of a hero or act like some kind of a bow expert or archery expert. I'm just trying to save somebody some money. And you know what the sad part of this whole thing is? Some people that watch this video are going to get it, and some people are going to go, oh, this old fool don't know what he's talking about. You're going to go out and buy a bow with limbs that are much too heavy for you. You're going to get that bow and you're going to start practicing with it, and you're going to be all over China, so to speak. You're going to be all over the place. I would highly advise that you don't do that. Avoid that at all costs. And like I say, the best thing that you can do is get a bow that's not pulling as much weight as what you think you can handle. I know, I just got done going through that this summer. Anyway, this guy right here, I've already done a review on this. This is a 21-inch Trad Tech Trident riser, 21-inch. Okay, these are long limbs right here, and they're technically, well, not technically, they're 32 pounds. But when you take the AMO into consideration and all of that other kind of stuff, they're really weighing in at 36 pounds at 28 inches of draw. However, I'm a big fellow. I'm 6'5", and I really shoot a draw of about 30 inches. But you need to be able to come back, you know what I mean, and get to anchor at least 28, 29, 26, whatever your draw length is. You need to be able to come back, anchor, without shaking all over the place like what I've been doing this summer. What few times I've had a chance to get out and shoot, okay? And that's really all I'm saying here, because you'll become a much better archer if you're not fighting your bow, you know. And you know what I mean by that. Let me show you. In other words, what I'm trying to say is, see, you need to be able to come back like that. That probably wasn't a good example. These are 31-inch arrows, but, you know, you need to, see, like that. Because, like I say, if you're sitting here fighting that bow and all that other stuff, it's going to make your release real jerky, and you're not going to be able to stay on target and all that. But the sad fact of it is, if you get a bow that's too heavy, you're probably going to kick it underneath the bed and not shoot it very much, and you're going to have to take that extra money and go buy a different bow or buy a different set of limbs. That's why I like this ILF system right here, because, you know, that's what I did here. I didn't like the original limbs, the ones I just got done showing you, but I replaced them with the exact same limbs, the exact same format and everything, except for the poundage is a lot less, 10 pounds less, as a matter of fact. So I hope that made some sense. Yeah, this is a lot easier to negotiate this guy here than the limbs I have over there, which are 10 pounds heavier. Okay. Well, that's really about all I've got to say here. And you can watch some of my other videos if you want to see a more in-depth review on this particular setup here. Like I say, this is an old wood ILF riser made by Trad Tech, and these are win-and-win limbs, you know. And that's all there is to it. So that's really all I got to say. I'm into this for 10 minutes. Let me get gone here. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, for, peeking in here, and take care of yourselves, and we shall see you on down the trail, and adios, my friends.